I was getting to the money. Everybody mad.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cash Money Gabs taking over for the 99 and the 2000s and cashmoney.gabs on Instagram. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Here in my channel, I do cash stuffing videos, budget with me's, and all the things money and budgeting related. For today's video, I just got paid, sort of. It is super late. It's actually 2:35 in the morning, Friday morning, the Friday that I get paid. So this is our second paycheck for the month of September. I'm so sorry I didn't post the first cash stuffing for the month of September. I don't know what happened to the recording. It like went black and I just could not refilm it. So yeah, that's what happened with the first September paycheck. That was my boyfriend's paycheck. So we are just gonna start with today. We are gonna be doing a story time. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but today we are cash stuffing $1,455. This is my paycheck. Like I said, it does include some overtime. I had like really good stats for the month of July or something like that, so we get like little bonuses here and there if we do really well. First, we always start with our shout outs. So I do want to shout out KassBudgets. They are a super new budgeting channel. I think she started like maybe a week or so ago. Oh no, not even 2 weeks. Her first video was 12 days ago. It was her first cash stuffing video. She has 14 subscribers, so she's still like super new. So make sure you subscribe to her. I've already been seeing her like comment on people's videos. She's been commenting on my videos. Make sure that you show your support and let her know that Cash Money Gab sent you. I feel like my voice sounds a little weird or like raspy. I'm not losing my voice. I'm super tired, and when I talk like all day, like that's all I do at work, sometimes my voice gets like a little weird. So I'm sorry if I sound weird. We'll get into the budget with me. Like I said, I got paid $14.55. Nothing going into the dollar savings challenge since it is like a whole number or ends with a 5. So for bills it is $490. Cash envelopes is always $250. I am going to be paying $105 to my Apple card. I did put a new couch on that card, so I'm trying to pay it back because it does accrue interest after September 30th if I don't. Savings challenges is just going to get $80, and then sinking funds or everything else in my binders is going to be $530. So we will go ahead and get started with our cash envelopes. I'm also not trying to talk like super loud. I don't think my neighbors can hear me, but at the same time it's like super quiet. It's almost 3 in the morning. I feel like at 3 in the morning you hear more than normal, if that makes sense. So we're gonna start off with my cash envelopes. Some people did ask what the inside of my wallet looks like. So this is what the wallet looks like. There's like 2 pockets, and then on this side and then this side it has like little card slots. So I keep my cards here and my ID, and then this side I keep for my like insurance cards, and then I keep my cash envelopes in this pouch, and then it does have a little zipper for coins. So that's why I really like this wallet. I did get it from Ross. For our envelopes, groceries, nothing. Of course we have leftover gas, and then spending or food miscellaneous also has nothing. I did just do a cash unstuffing, so make sure you watch that video. We're gonna do $100 for groceries, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the story time because I feel like it's gonna be a long one. Hopefully not, because I am so tired, you guys. So if I seem like I'm rushing, that is why. Spending, that's gonna get 70, so 2, 4, 6, 70. Today's story time is going to be about one of the times that I was arrested. This did happen back in, I want to say 2017. My boyfriend and I, we were just talking at this point. We weren't like dating or anything. He was in California and I was still in Texas. Gas is gonna get 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. So gas now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 2, 4, 6, 60, 65, 1, 2, 3. So 168 in gas. I was still living in Texas and I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I have no idea why I was in a 2-bedroom apartment because I was by myself at that time, but I guess it worked out because one of my cousins who lived in Houston, he was going to enlist in the Navy, or he was enlisted in the Navy. He was just waiting to like go to basic training. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been like thinking about this story time and it's like, it is so embarrassing, but a lot of you guys asked to hear it, so don't judge me, okay? I'm gonna check. I have my papers, like all my court papers, so I'm gonna check what year it was and I'll put here like how old I was, just to give reference that I was very dumb at that time. My cousin, he was gonna go into the Navy, so he had like a few more months where he had to like lose weight and, you know, meet all these requirements or whatever. So he didn't really have anywhere to stay in Houston because his mom and sisters, they moved here to Utah. I was like, well, you can come stay with me. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. You can stay with me. Like, you could stay for free. You don't have to worry about it. That way you can focus on, you know, doing the military thing. I don't know what he had to do. Well, rent is gonna get $300. So he moves in and he stays with me, and at this time I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Hooters and then for Amazon in the mall. So he was staying with me. I told him he didn't have to work, whatever. Car payment is gonna get 75, 50, 60, 70, and then 5. And this cousin of mine, he is a younger cousin. He's like a few years younger than me, and we grew up together and whatever. Houston isn't that far from San Antonio, so he did have some friends that lived in San Antonio. So I said, no girls, no friends over when I'm not home, because I used to work like 16-hour days. No one over if I'm not home, and that was it. That's all you have to follow. And then the light bill is gonna get $20. So he comes to stay with me. This cousin of mine, like we like to go out. Like every time we link up, we're gonna turn up. So the whole time he was staying with me, it was just nonstop turning up, going out, like almost every weekend. It was a blur those couple of months that he was staying with me, because we were just constantly going out. So yeah, so he, you know, he has his friends and I've become acquainted with them, and he has a little girlfriend that he meets, and you know, he starts dating. He had this little girlfriend and I didn't really care too much for her. Not that my opinion matters, and he was leaving, so I can't imagine that it was very serious, but whatever. She apparently thought that it was very serious, and I just didn't like her. She was very possessive. She was very like I'm really close with my cousins, more closer than like my siblings. It's weird dynamic, but whatever. Like, he's an adult, you know, this is who he wants to be his little girlfriend for now. That's cool. I put $10 in gas, and then Xfinity is gonna get $30. This is the last month that I have to pay the Xfinity bill, since we're not gonna have this internet anymore when we move. And then Verizon is also gonna get $30. Anyway, there's this one night where I worked both of my jobs, so I was getting off at like 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, and we were gonna go out for, you know, the night. It was a weekend. So I told my cousin, like I called him like, hey, I'm on my way home, like I'm running late, I'll just go home and, you know, like we'll pregame a little bit, I'll get ready and then we can go. And I hear people in the background. I didn't say anything to him on the phone, but I could hear people were at my house. And what was the first rule? No girls, no friends over when I'm not home. So yeah, that was the first alluding to some problems, but whatever. I just wanted to, you know, get home, get ready, and have a good time. Home, this is for home renters insurance. That's gonna get $10. And then subscriptions is gonna get $15. So I get home, and what do you know, there is his little girlfriend there. There's like her friend, a boyfriend, a guy, like his friends are there. So I'm like, you know, what the F? What did I say? But it was already like getting late, but I wanted to get ready so that we could leave. I go to my room, I get ready, and like kind of pre-gaming while I'm doing my makeup, whatever. So when I finish, I'm like kind of tipsy, sort of, kind of, a little bit. We're going into the high priority priority binder. Emergency is gonna get $20. Emergency now has $2,000 in the bank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 840, 60, 70. So 2,870. I come out and I'm like, okay, I'm ready, but you know, everybody's still kind of like pre-gaming, taking shots, whatever. So I like kind of join everybody. Debt is gonna get 105. And then I see that my cousin's little girlfriend, she is already very intoxicated. She's a, you know, one of those. She's a messy girl, a messy drunk, someone that I don't like to be around when I'm drinking, but whatever. So she's, you know, getting kind of loud. She's, you know, talking shit to her friend, but you know, she's laughing at the same time. So I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I don't know what happened. Like, she just turned angry. I don't know what the heck happened. Like, she just turned into like this little Hulk, and she starts going off on my cousin. And my cousin, he is 6'3" at the time. I think he's like 250 pounds. He's this huge guy, but he is like the sweetest. He's so respectful towards women. So that's just the type of guy he is. I don't know what happened between them, nor do I care, because that's my cousin. Like, I'm gonna be on his side anyway. So I don't know what happened, but she started like going off on him. And again, this is my cousin. Like, this is who I grew up with. That's my family. I'm very overprotective of my family, especially like my younger cousins. I'm trying not to get crazy on her because he's a grown man, you know, that's their business, whatever. She starts to get louder. So I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, chill out. Like, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but you need to chill out. You know, I don't want someone to call the cops on us. She ignores me. She's still going off on my cousin. Car maintenance is gonna get 20, and it is kind of depleted because I did have to buy a car battery, so it now has 120, 123. She's still going off on my cousin, and then she starts doing, like, you know, those finger guns when you do it in someone's face. Let's pretend this is my cousin's face, like he's like that, and she's like doing like blah 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 blah, like this, that, and the other, whatever, to his face. She starts doing that, and I'm like, hey, like, chill out, like, leave him alone, like, what's wrong with you? So then she starts like poking his cheek like that. I start getting like really heated, and my cousin, like, he's not doing anything. Like, he has his hands behind his back, like he already knows how girls can be. Or I don't want to say girls, but he knows how like people can be. Hands behind his back. He's like telling her like, hey, calm down, like sit down, let's talk about this, whatever. That's it for the high priority binder. And then she starts talking more shit to him, saying that you ain't shit, you're not gonna be anybody, you're not gonna make it in the Navy, like you're too soft, this and that. And then she like pushes him. Sam's Club is gonna get $30. I'm livid. I am so pissed off at this girl. Like, she's putting hands on my cousin, and I don't care if you're a woman, you shouldn't put your hands on a man, and vice versa, of course, but it doesn't matter. Like, if a man is stronger than you, you don't put your hands on anybody, you know what I mean, in that type of way. So I start yelling at her, and I was like, hey, you know my cousin's not gonna hit you. Like, if you're trying to get into it, then we can get into it right now. Sam's Club has 20, 30, 40, 45. So then she turns her attention to me, which is what I wanted, because I didn't want her to hurt my cousin. And she's like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm like, okay. I don't physically touch her because I knew I'm not gonna be the first one to do something, because then I would get in trouble, or so I thought. But what I do to instigate her, which I shouldn't have done, is I start talking, you know, shit to her. I start calling her names, this and that. Super immature, I will admit. I guess this gets her really angry, and then she starts pushing me, and then she proceeds to grab my hair. So she has my hair in her hand, like the end of my hair. I don't know, it was a really awkward like position. Boom, one time to the face, and she fell on my couch. So I grab her like by the head and I punch her again. At this point, my cousin grabs me, he pulls me off of her. I'm seeing red, absolute red. I am so pissed off. I have anger issues, or I did, not so much now, but I struggled with it a lot, like throughout high school, my like early mid-20s. Now, not so bad. I'm chill, you know, I'm with the vibes. House is gonna get $5. So it now has 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 33. I'm like trying to push my cousin off of me so that I can go at her again. And then guess who's at the door? Health is gonna get 25. So 20 and a 5. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76. We hear a knock at the door, so they're pounding on the door. I guess they could hear the commotion as they were coming up the stairs, whatever. All the people that were there, they knew her more than they knew me. So they went to go open the door and they're like, hey, like they're fighting. But my cousin, he's trying to protect me and he's like, no, like I stopped them from fighting. They're cool, like they're calming down. But I was not calm. I was still yelling. I was still screaming. I was still so mad. So the police grab me and they take me outside of my apartment. Like, why the hell did you take me out of my apartment? You need to take out this girl, but that's neither here nor there. Medical is gonna get 10. So it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 115, 120. They, you know, try to get the story from everybody, but me, I'm just not willing to cooperate. Like, I'm just so mad. I can't believe the police are there. Like, now I'm gonna be known as that girl in the apartment complex. Like, I live here, you know what I mean? I was more mad about that. The police officer at the time, I thought like he wasn't listening to me, but it was really the other way around. I just wouldn't listen to him. Holidays is gonna get $5. 10, 15, 20. So I don't know what everybody else is saying, like what the story is, but I assumed they like lied. They made it seem like I was the bad guy. Of course my cousin did it, like he told them the truth. Apparently, like after the fact, everybody said that it was her that like started everything. So I didn't know that until like way after, and I'm still like acting crazy. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I was acting so crazy. Bella is gonna get 5. So she now has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, I know why I was crazy. I was mad and I was drunk. So mix those two things together. Very bad. Do not recommend. Don't do it. They could not calm me down. The cop, he put handcuffs on me. Oh my gosh, I started going off. I started talking shit to the police officer. I totally forgot about the girl. Like, I wasn't even worried about her. I was so mad at the fact that he put handcuffs on me. I have no idea why. I was a lunatic that night. Absolute lunatic. He had a good reason to put the handcuffs on me. I started being so disrespectful. I said something like, this is why nobody likes you, like F the police, blah blah blah. I'm totally not me. Now that I think about it, it's so stupid. I don't know why I said that. Like, first person that I'm gonna call when I'm in trouble is the police, so I have no idea why I said that, but I did, and he didn't like it. So he said, you know what, I was just gonna give you a ticket, but you're gonna come with me. I had never shut up so fast and sobered up so fast. I was like, what? Furniture got 150, so it now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, 60, 70, 80, 85, 88, so 688, I think. Yeah, they take me into, you know, the police car. Never been in one before. Very uncomfortable. Again, 0 out of 10. I do not recommend. And then I tell my cousin, I give him my PIN number because I thought like I was gonna have a bail or something like that. So I gave him my debit card and my PIN number, you know, that way he could like get me out. By this time it was like 1 in the morning, or I don't know what time it was, but it was like pretty late. So they took me in, processed me, they took my picture, they took like everything, and they put me in like a big holding, well, not a hold, I don't know what it was, I don't know what the correct term is, but they took me to, it wasn't the county jail, but it was just like, I guess before you go to the county jail. So they took me there and they told me like, I'm not being charged for anything, but I'm just getting a ticket. I don't know what the ticket was for. I guess just for being like crazy or like disturbing the peace, something like that. It wasn't like a charge or anything like that. It was basically me spending the night in jail to teach me a lesson because I was being a little bitch. Gifts is gonna get $10. I need to make change, so I'm gonna put 20 and then 10. So it now has 30. security. I'm in like the jail cell, and there's like other women in there as well. Awful experience. Oh my god, it was disgusting. I don't want to sound like a little brat. Everybody was kind of like going around the room like saying what they did, and it was funny because everybody said that it wasn't their fault. So I was thinking like, okay guys, how are we all here and like every single one of us, it wasn't our fault? Like, come on, that doesn't make sense. We need to take accountability for our actions. So that's what I was thinking. We're gonna go into the low priority binder. Date night is empty, but it's gonna get $50 since I am off this weekend. Then my envelope is gonna get $20. I'm just sitting there waiting. I call my cousin. He lost my debit card, so he couldn't get out the money, and I was like, what the heck, how did you lose my debit card? He didn't have like money. My envelope has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. He was like, I think we're gonna have to call your grandma. And oh my god, you guys, I cried. I was like, I don't want to call my grandma. She's gonna be so disappointed. You have no idea. But I didn't want to stay in there. Like, I needed money to like get out. So I called her. She answered the phone like really scared, like, hello, Gabby? My grandma calls me Gabby. And I was like, Grandma, I start crying to her. I don't care like if anybody else sees me crying. I don't care if I look like a little bitch. I heard my grandma's voice and I started crying. It's like, Grandma, I'm so sorry. I'm in jail. Like, please help me. Like, you have to get me out. And I told her, like, if you don't get me out in 16 hours, then they're gonna take me to like the big jailhouse, the county jail, where they have to like search me. She doesn't start crying. I kind of expected her to start crying, but she didn't. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna call your cousin, and I'm gonna, you know, send him the money, Western Union, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, thank you, Grandma. I like throughout the night I just kept calling her. I wasn't scared at that point because everybody in the cell was like kind of friendly, but I just kept calling her, like just talking to her, because I don't know, I was so uncomfortable, and the only place I had a space to sit was next to the toilet. So yeah, I had like 2 people take a shit next to me, and it was awful. My grandma sent the money Western Union for my cousin to pick up, and like Western Union, it wasn't open till like the next day. Like, he had to pick up cash. I had to wait till the next morning, and he finally got me out. I went straight to McDonald's because I was starving. I wouldn't eat the food in there, and I was so thirsty. I was in there like, I remember it was almost 16 hours because I was like counting down, and they were like taking other girls to like the big jail. My nails is gonna get 20. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I'm gonna put down this and pick up a 50. So I go home, and then fast forward till like a couple days later, I get a call that the girl isn't going to press charges against me. I guess like she, you know, sobered up and she realized like it was her fault. I guess when I was talking shit to the police officer, I had mentioned that like I put my hands on her or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was like totally unfair. I had to hire a lawyer and everything. They said that the state of Texas picked up the case to press charges against me. I mean, it was just like some misdemeanors, but I was like, that doesn't make sense because she put her hands on me first. I don't know what the whole thing was. Waste of money. I don't know why I even got myself into this situation. So I hired a lawyer. He helped me out a lot. That was a good decision, but you know, not the best situation. Beauty is gonna get 15. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 1, 2, 3, 88. My dad was actually the one who told me, and it's funny because I had called my dad about it like right after, and he's the one who suggested for me to get a lawyer. He was like so disappointed because my dad taught me to fight. My dad's a boxer, so he's always taught like defend myself, but at the same time, you know, he's always taught me like, you're a lady, you know, you shouldn't be fighting, blah blah blah. Look at me now, Dad. Tumblers is gonna get 20. So 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. I had to deal with that. My lawyer was like really helpful because I didn't have to do community service. The only thing that I did have to pay for was for the lawyer. I had to pay for like a ticket. I did go a step further to pay for an expungement. That way the misdemeanors didn't stay on my record. So I did pay for that. And then the only thing that I did have to do, and this is where like the lawyer helped out a lot, is I had to go to anger management. And even when I was like at court, when I was like in front of the judge, or I was like sitting down while my lawyer was talking to the judge and the prosecutor, I was already like so mad. Like I was still talking shit to my cousin. My grandma was there, like, oh my gosh, she flew out to be with me because I had never been to court before, so she like flew out to be with me. So I was still so angry, and I guess like the prosecutor and the judge saw that, so they're like, oh no, she needs to go to anger management. I went to anger management. I graduated from anger management. This is family fun. It's gonna get $50, so it has 55. All I had to do was go to anger management. And it was funny because I mentioned this like a few videos ago, and this community is like so great because you guys are so supportive. Everybody was telling me congratulations on completing your classes and this and that, and I was like, I went to anger management because I punched a girl in the face. Like that's why I went to anger management. But thank you guys, thank you for the congratulatory remarks. YouTube is gonna get 5. I did anger management, finished that, completed it, got my record expunged. That way like I wouldn't have difficulty finding a job since it was like a violent misdemeanor. I don't know, my lawyer explained it to me, so I didn't want to chance it. I just wanted to get it expunged and pay the extra money. New car isn't gonna get anything. I don't know why I took this out. Luis is gonna get $20. So he now has 20, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 44. And that was the story time of what happened. I'm 29 now. As I'm telling this story, every part of it, I was completely wrong. She was wrong too, you know, like she deserved to get what she got, but wasn't worth it. We are almost done with all of the envelopes. So my boyfriend's envelope, tattoo envelope is gonna get $20. Princess Budgets 1K challenge, I did complete it, so that does have $1,000. It is for his tattoo, but he hasn't scheduled his appointment yet, so I'm still gonna put money towards it because I feel like it's gonna be more than $1,000. He's trying to finish his sleeve. Tech is gonna get $20. So it now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 155. That is it for the low priority binder. Okay, you guys, we are almost done. I just have to do the annual binder and then savings challenges, and then I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. I'm so tired. So car tags is gonna get $5. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $60. Subscriptions is gonna get 5. So it now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65. And that's it for the annual binder. Okay, so for savings challenges, we have 20, 40, 60, $80. We are doing Kris Budgets September savings challenge. So I've already put $5 and I colored in the little pumpkin spice latte. Let's put 20. At the end of this challenge, it's gonna be $75. I colored that really quickly, but we are done with the first line. So that'll be $20. We have 5 in here, so it's 25. Besides the $1 challenge, the only other thing that I'm doing is ghost face challenge. So we're just gonna put all 60. So I colored in 120 and then 4 10s to equal 60. The ghost face challenge has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 155. $5, and this is gonna total to $500. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use this for yet. Maybe Christmas, maybe for like the furniture and stuff, so we'll see. All right, you guys, but that is it for today's cash stuffing. I hope you all enjoyed the story time. I hope you all learn something from the story time. The only thing to learn about it is don't go to jail, don't get arrested, and don't try to beat up people, something like that. That's the moral of the story. Thank you all so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell. That way you never miss another one of my videos. I will talk to you all later. Bye now.